Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
Well, it says that Asgardia TV is now live and waiting. So I guess we'll just wait for Olympic to show up.
Thank you, Ricky.
Not to steal Limbit's thunder, but I do think there's a little, just an outline that I could share from last week. I don't know whether Parliament was aware or not, but 11 of the 12 chairs had the opportunity to travel to Dubai. We gave our committee presentations, which I would actually like to suggest we place into a folder that everyone could access so that they could see our presentations. I think that would probably be easiest, just so individuals could peruse them at their leisure. That is something I forgot to ask in the last hour, but I was very, very, very proud of the presentation and just the way that Parliament represented. All of the chairs did a spectacular job, especially those that were here. Berta, Ricky, John, Teresa, Benedetto, Luca, Sahabatine. Not only was it amazing to get the chance to meet them, but just to see their passion and the momentum of what all of the committees are doing was very inspiring. So I just wanted to say congratulations to everyone. Please know that your contributions to all of your committees is invaluable for the work being done. And there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon. So if you can, make sure you show up to your committee meetings and definitely volunteer to get involved if you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines, because I think now more than ever is the time. Because 10 years is coming up really quickly. I don't know if any of the other chairs have anything to add, but I don't think I stole any of Limbit's thunder.
You did good there, Sarah.
Lambit is coming.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, clear, clear.
Let me try and
Welcome.
let me try. Thank you. Let me try and reveal myself as well. I'm obviously invisible at the moment. I apologize. I'll explain why for a good reason. Very good reason. Okay. I know we're live. Thank you everybody for being here. Okay, I'm just going to get my picture. And when you find out why, you will be very pleased, because I'm continuing the family tradition of spaceflight.
Lembit, I told them you were in a car, so now I bet everybody is pretty confused.
No, yes, but it's all logical. You know, they travel on a very slow bus to the launch pad when they go to the moon. So every great journey starts with a slow piece. I'm nearly with you. I'm seconds away. Here we are. It's a bad picture tonight, I'm afraid. But that is not my shadow. Welcome, everybody. And if you're watching around the world, thank you very much for joining us. This is the Asgardia's Parliament. Asgardia is the world's first space nation. And as you can see by the spooky background, I might get rid of the background tonight. No, I'll live with it. We try to become and we are succeeding in becoming the definition of what's going to happen when we leave Earth and go to space. The people you see here in this meeting, they are actually the Asgardian Parliament. And they are the people who are designing a peaceful arrangement for the whole of the future of the human race. That's a big statement, but nobody else is doing what we're doing. So if you like what you see here, and if you like what you hear, then please join us at Asgardia Space Nation. Now, and I'm the chair of the Parliament, as I say, so we have these non-voting sessions every week where I get told, I say what I'm doing and I get told what I should be doing. It's a good arrangement. Now, first of all, to explain the unusual background, it's just not as good as usual. I am involved in rocketry tonight. I've taken my children to see rocketry. It's a firework display at my daughter's school. So yes, I'm in a car. Sarah's completely right. Thanks for your loyalty and confidentiality there. Joking. But I've had to bring them to the school because family comes first. The upside is I have advanced so far in my own technology now that I can actually do this in the middle of nowhere, which is good because when we go into the space, we'll be in the middle of nowhere as well. The only downside is a slightly strange background there. I think my system thinks I have a green screen. I'll try and do something about that. Now, I have got some very exciting news. It may not be a very long meeting, but I have very exciting news. And that is from the Congress. And I want to talk about the Asgardia Executive Congress. There are 5 areas I want to cover here. It's the overall Congress, and I will leave other colleagues here to talk about that as well, because there are lots of us there. And I think it's important that everybody here gets a chance to talk about it and have their impressions. Secondly, the digital sitting, which is coming up quite soon. Thirdly, and it's connected to both of those, the commitment to find an Earth territory for Asgardia. We are going to be represented here on planet Earth. The fourth thing is just a logistical point about legislation. And if John Fine is here, I haven't checked yet, he's going to get a lot of praise. The fifth one, maybe the most exciting, John Fine is here, is the app. The app, which is now coming our way, which I'm going to encourage everyone to use. On the first one, the Asgardia Executive Congress took place in Dubai, and 11 out of our 12 chairs were there. And I think 7 ministers, Prime Minister, Head of Nation, the Supreme Justice, all 4 judges, myself, and the head of the administration as well. So the whole of the Supreme Space Council was there, and we had a meeting as well of that. And it was a fantastically well-attended event. I'm here to talk about the Parliament, and I am very proud of the way that the chairs operated. I won't talk much about them. They might want to add something. But just to say that you can be very pleased that all of the chairs spoke with the head of nation, formally and informally. We had great presentations. And Ross Cheesewright, the chair of the Information and Communications Committee, could not be there for a happy reason. He's been promoted in his earthwork, but he made a superb online presentation. Absolutely brilliant. I was so proud of him. My conclusion was that the head of nation was very impressed, he told me. And he engaged personally with many of the chairs of committees in one-to-one meetings. I did not control those meetings, and some of what was said is confidential. Colleagues here might want to share. I'm not going to share that. I'm very grateful to my chairs that you invited me to attend each of them, and I think that was really useful. My conclusion is that I have already seen a massive jump in energy and commitment by colleagues here in terms of making Asgardia work. And Benedetto was just superb in the work he's done in the few days since we left Dubai. Conclusion, it was a victory for Asgardia, most importantly, a victory for the human race, because we are now in a position where we'll go to the next stage in our development, I think. And by development, I mean the continuing maturing of our plans. The idea of going into space, can't go through every individual project now, but you'll hear about those in a way I'll explain in a short while. And most importantly, every chair of committee has now been able to interact with the head of nation. Thank you. One other good thing, chairs and ministers met and huge progress was made, and that's continuing too. I am trying to figure out the best way to make sure that our executive works well together. We'll talk more about that at the digital sitting. So thank you for that. If any colleagues want to talk about that, then when I finish the other 4 points, you're welcome to talk about that. I'm actually going to talk about the digital sitting next. We now have 5 pieces of legislation proposed, 2 which were originally protocols but have been resubmitted for consideration as potential legislation. I think they are good for legislation, and that's work which we're doing. I won't go into the details now because we'll have an alpha about that soon. Also, in addition, we're going to have a new system for committees. The head of nation would like to see the committee reports in advance. He does look at them, but I have never formally sent a package of the committee reports to him separately. It has been part of the overall performance of the digital sitting, but now all the committee chairs need to know the head of nation has asked that we get those reports into him in advance. He looked at everything we sent at the Congress. He will look at every report. We have a lot to celebrate and a lot to talk about, not least, a lot of it is thanks to Benedetto's improvement to the system. I'm beginning to think that Benedetto's work is going to make quite a big difference too. And I can see Sarah agrees with that. I've been looking at the work, Sarah, because I'm not very good at tech, would you believe? Sarah sent me the work that Benedetto you were sharing in the chairs meeting, and it's absolutely superb. Superb. I'll be sharing that with the head of nation tonight. Thirdly, we have, in my view, a huge leap forward here. Head of nation wants us to have land here on Earth. And to colleagues here and to you watching on Earth anywhere in the world, we want to stake a claim for physical land. We know we have to do that now. And the head of nation has invited us to help. Anyone, anywhere, if you think that you can help us find land, then please say so. Head of nation is very interested in something called Mary Bird Land. That's in the Antarctic. It's not claimed by anyone. There are legal complications, but that's where he would like us to start. Wherever we can have land that we can populate, we are interested, whether it's at the poles or at the equator or anywhere in between. That's a huge project, and I want to make sure that we do something to move very swiftly on that. The second last point for me, I'm really keen, really happy to say that the process of developing that relationship between Parliament and government is a subject of discussion at the moment, and we'll have more information about that on the digital setting. I won't go into that now. We discussed it as chairs of committee, but more than anything, we can do something tremendously useful together by just making sure that we're judged by results. That's what we really want. And I've said to the head of nation, who knows the brilliance and the magic that can come from this collective commitment of brain power, hope, and initiative, because that's what we've got here, and also amongst the ministers. I think that's just a great idea. Also, incidentally, just in terms of the Supreme Space Council, I meant to mention that we had a physical meeting of that, and we discussed various matters. Most of that's fairly confidential, but you can be sure that when the SSC meets, we talk about the biggest strategic matters facing sometimes the planet and also Asgardia, and that was very, very productive. And the final thing, we have an app. Asgardia has an app, and you can download it. It's still work in progress, but I'm delighted to say that our very own Aliona Veclina is working with Benedetto and the designers to make the app brilliant. Already we're chatting on it. And please, I would ask you all over the world to download the Asgardia app and give us feedback. It's still in a beta mode, it's still being tested, but it's great. And I'm communicating with colleagues here already. That's longer than average summary for me. But, oh yes, and Carol says she still can't get that in the United States. If this is my request, if you have any feedback, if you know anything, please share it with Aliona or Benedetto. Benedetto might want to say something, but otherwise send it to me, or send it to me. And then we will make sure that we feed this into the designers. The head of nation has asked us to do that, and Aliona is coordinating with Benedetto to make that happen. That's just really great news. I have to say that this is inspirationally encouraging. My last word for now. I was optimistic that this Congress would be productive. Now I'm certain that next year and it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal leap forward. And who knows what we will be able to do on the 12th of October next year, which will be the 10th anniversary of Asgardia. Sarah.
Just quickly, in regards to all of the chair's committee reports, is it possible to create literally just like a main folder, and then each time we have a digital sitting, create a subfolder so that all of the committee chairs reports can be available across all of Parliament? I mean, not only does it help with transparency, but it also allows everyone who, for instance, the Executive Congress, those who did not attend the Executive Congress to review the presentations that we made, because I know that would interest some people. And secondly, for those of us that cannot download the app yet, it is a yet. The United States, Canada, Philippines, and I don't remember the fourth one. Sorry.
Might have been China.
Might have been China. Yes, it was China. Benedetto, who is amazing and organized and all tech things, has created a diagram that with the Benedetto would actually be the one to tell this, but with all the visuals from the app, and it's what I'm giving my feedback off of. So Benedetto, would you mind talking for a second about your visual and how we can give you feedback if we can't download the app?
So hello everyone. I show you if you see my screen. I don't know if you see my screen, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes, we see it now. We see it now.
I can share this this layout, which is the complete app navigation. So you have the main screen, and then all the parts, details, screen by screen, on one PDF. So if I can, if it's possible, I can share this with all parliamentarian in the Slack channel.
I authorize you to do that. In fact, I beg you to do it.
So I will do it.
Thank you, Benedetto.
Thank you, Sarah. I will be sharing that chart with the head of nation in correspondence that I'm sharing with him. And I should tell you, now that colleagues have met the head of nation, you can see why I always say what a remarkable human being he is. He listens, he talks, he encourages, and he jokes. Sometimes he jokes about me, but that's okay. He's allowed to. And what we saw, well, I hope so. I'm not here to do propaganda. I'm here to tell truth. And what I think we saw with the head of nation was a man who's completely committed to the future of humankind in space. John.
Yeah, I wanted to tell Sarah there's already a file in our Google Drive, our Asgardia Google Drive, that Linda, or I believe Linda, keeps it updated because it usually has her name on the file. But she takes everything that we turn in and she puts them in a file in the Google Drive. It's Parliament something, but I can't tell you right now because I totally screwed up my computer. I was trying to get some space and make some space in my computer, and I wound up deleting some of those files you're not supposed to delete. Now my computer won't do anything. So, and so I'm trying to recover it, and it's not working. Anyway, so I may have to get another computer. But
it's just as well you went on Apollo 13, John.
Yeah.
Don't press that button too late. We're going home.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel bad over that. But I do know there's a file there, and I'm not. It's in the Google Drive.
Okay. Well, thank you. I couldn't find it. Linda is amazing, and you guys are all more organized than I am and more tech savvy, as Benedetto can definitely attest to.
Yeah,
But
I got it marked with like my most important file when I go in my drive, and they just automatically pop up because I use it so much.
do you mind dropping that link in Parliamentary Discuss so that I can mark it and make sure that
I can't get home because I can't on this
Thanks.
computer because it's not working. I'll have to get on my other one.
Okay. Thank you, John, and thank you, Linda, for already knowing what we needed.
All right.
John, when we go to space, please don't handle the navigation.
Funny. I'm gonna hit the button that says eject Parliament chair. Oh yeah, that's the one I want right there.
Just kidding.
You look like you were getting ejected.
What do they say in the film? You are terminated, and they can't say the last word. Right. So thank you very much, John. Any other questions? I basically there'll be a more formal report of the Asgardia Executive Congress on day 3 of the digital sitting, together with hopefully an update to the conclusion of the discussion on protocols for communication within the executive. But is there anything that anybody else would like to cover now? Okay, let me go to any other business. First of all, I praise you for being efficient, focused, and united in what we're trying to do. Secondly, it was an absolute honor to really be a passenger for much of the Congress, as the chairs did so much excellent work. The ministers as well, the chairs did so much work, because even when we had a breakfast on the first morning of the full day, you were working as a team and you were talking to ministers. And that was just joyful to see. There is no substitute for physical contact. 3 other things. If no one raises their hand before I finish, then we'll conclude. The next thing is, I hope that we can have a really big meeting on the 10th anniversary next year. I really hope we can. Second last thing, try the app. It's not finished. It's work in progress. but complain. Please send your feedback to me or Aliona, because the head of nation said he only wants to see the problems. Doesn't want to hear about what's working, because we're not going to change that. Tell us what's wrong. And I saw that when Aliona spoke with the designers, they were so excited to hear about the problems. This is absolutely incredible. The head of nation is 100% right when he says that the app is going to be a game changer for us, because that's where the world lives a lot of the time. And then the very final thing is find land that we can turn into Asgardia terrestria. And if you want to live there, that's great too. Let's get the land. We're looking at Antarctica. If you've got something else, we want to hear about it. How would I rate the state of Asgardia? There are 2 times I've been incredibly optimistic. Sarah likes Asgardia terrestria. I just made that up now, but it sounds great. Aliona, can you write that down? I want to claim ownership before Sarah says it was her idea. I'm joking. You can have it if you want. It was probably your thoughts that made me think that. There are 2 times that are peak of optimism for me. The first optimism was in 2018 at the inauguration of the head of nation in that amazing palace in Vienna. The second time is now. The first time because I felt optimistic about what we could do. The second time because I'm inspired by what we are doing. I said at the end of my first term as chair that 5 years was about constructing the infrastructure of Asgardia. Now we're into delivery, and you're delivering. Last word, that's all I had. John, last word to you. John?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say Asgardia terrestrial, that was first used in some laws that I wrote. So I mean, I think I can claim it.
No, I said Asgardia terrestria.
Terrestrial.
No, I'm saying terrestria.
Terrestria. Okay, well, that's different.
Yeah, it's completely different. Nothing
Yeah.
like yours.
I'll just sue you for the Asgardia terre part. No.
Well, you can have everything up to and excluding the L.
Yeah.
Have it, John. I'm happy. If the history records that you had the idea, my children and my children's children will know the truth.
Yeah. Okay.
Ricky, I suppose you're going to claim it as well now.
No, I was going to something else entirely. For Clive, see what you can do to help him do maybe a monthly or bi-monthly room presentation, video show that deals with room and some of the people that have written articles for room that he could do interviews with, stuff like that. I think that people would enjoy that.
Thank you. Yes, I want to please put that in my to-do list. That'd be very good. In other words, let's talk about a room feedback. Clive was in. Well, one reason that this is so good is because Ricky and Clive were talking, and Clive was in Dubai as well, and that was really good to see. One other thing, thank you for that, Ricky, and I'll follow that up with Clive tomorrow probably. One other thing, Rebecca's very kindly said we've been telling people to email support@asgardia.space for instructions on how to load the app onto their device, because we want as many people to try it as possible. Support@asgardia.space. Support@asgardia.space. As well as that, though, the great news is that I'm really happy to suggest that we all come onto that. Everybody here should be on it, and most importantly, give us the feedback. Tell us what's not working. You're welcome, Rebecca. Thanks for putting it there. Everybody here, just get onto that site and tell us what's not working. Tell Aliona, tell me. You get points for complaining. That's not very common. Okay, thank you. I think that's everybody. I'm going to go see an exercise in rocketry soon. And I seem to have dealt partly with the shadow, but there's no shadow in Asgardia. The sun is rising. Thank you, everybody. So have a very good rest of the day. Sarah, I can call you in a while just to finish off the conversation we had before, once we've seen literally fireworks. Okay, I'm going to finish with this before we shut down the broadcast. If you like what you see, if you like the mood, if you like the energy, if you like the vision, the first baby born in space under ethical conditions, the first permanent human space habitation, join Asgardia. Go to Asgardia Space Nation and join the 1.1 million plus people who already realize that our future is on a highway to space. Thank you very much. We can close the I quite like that. We can close the meeting, and as you can see, I'm really very optimistic about everything.
Oh ho, Asgardian.